Good? Easy. Easy. Oh, easy. Where you at, little boy? Hey, Kizzy. Kizzy. Am I good right there? Or do I gotta go more left? Okay. Are you watching? Where are you at? Where? Oh. Yeah, wait. Okay, I'm gonna leave this on so I can talk to you. Yes, Mike, hear me? Mike, can you hear me? Can you hear me? Hey, Spike, Spike. Nah, like, can you hear me? Hey, I think it's more. I wanna talk. Hey, Spike. Spike. I don't like this. Just leave it here. Why? Just leave it here. I don't like this. Leave it here. I can't hear you. Which door they coming in? Them or what? Not the one I'm pointing at? Other door? This one, yeah? Like, how much? Or the thing is moving. Oh my god. I don't think I can turn it anymore. The wire's in the way.
I'm Nathaniel Evslin, High School Division Director. For this special occasion, thank you to the Alelo Hawaii students for the first Oli, Ua'a'o Hawaii, as our students enter and take their seats.
Zoom out. zoom out a little bit.
Aloha kakahiaka kako. I'm Kanana Ikahaku Kuhaulua Kumu o Lelo, Hawaii. Please join me, for those of you who know, this chant and the Hawaiian language students in Oli Aloha no Kauai.
I can't hear you, bro. What? Bring it up. Like that. On who? Like a little bit. Right there. Up. Good.
Good morning. Aloha.
Right there.
Thank you so much to the Aloha Hawaii students. A special reading to the seniors for your special place today at the birthday. And today is such a wonderful day. This was the first ceremony I got a little peek of when I was 3,000 miles away in my office in San Francisco. And I remember how struck I was by what it means for this community to come together and really reflect on its founding and why the school came into being, why this is an important place to be, and why every day we choose how to make this community the best place it can possibly be. And some days we do really well, some days we're human, we make mistakes, and we get up and we try again. And that's what school is about. And the founding mothers knew that, and they created a space for us to do that together. And there's so many of us now, imagining 47 years ago, I think we all would have fit right in. So what an exciting time for me to print out paper after paper with all the different grade levels. It's such an exciting moment. So it is my honor to be head of school. It's my honor to be with you this morning. And it's most importantly my honor to do some special introductions today. So first I'm going to start with the board of directors who are here. We have a few board of directors here. If you wouldn't mind waving, standing if you're able, however they're over here. Can we give it a round of appreciation for the work our board of directors do? And if you're not really sure what the board of directors do, then you have to know the founding mothers. We're all founding board members. They help make the school happen, and that's what our board does today. They help make the school happen on many different levels, different than before, where the founders were, I think you were setting up chairs and teaching classes. But the board members now have a different job of sort of seeing the long-term vision of the school. How are we going to be here for the next 50 years? That's their job. Our job as the staff, we do the everyday teaching and everything that happens with you every day. And the founding mothers have the incredible job of trying to do both those things at the same time. So we're going to learn a little bit more about that today. But I'd also like to do a special acknowledgement because this place wouldn't be possible at all without the faculty and staff. So if the faculty and staff could give a wave, stand up, whatever you want to do, but please know how much gratitude there is on this birthday for each and every one of you for all the hard work every day. It's hard to be a teacher. If any of the students who've had a chance to lead a class, to present, I think you have moments of empathy for what it's like for us. And there's wonderful, wonderful, exciting moments every day to be a teacher. And then there's other days that are really hard. So I appreciate every one of my colleagues on the faculty and staff. So we're gonna move into a little bit of talking story with the Founding Mothers. And we're gonna first hear a really little introduction as they come step on the stage for this little talk story, and we'll have questions from students. So I'm gonna begin with introductions. So the first Founding Mother I'd like to welcome to the stage Rochelle Carter. She was a founding board member, secretary, office manager, and parent. And Peggy Ellenberg, founding board member, recording secretary, English, computer science, social studies, drama teacher, administration in all areas of communication and development, and parent.
Right there.
Next up, Denise Kaufman, founding board member, resident musician. I like this part, emergency medical technician. She was an EMT for this role, and a grandparent. And parent. And Merlin Ruddle, founding board member, federal grant writer that established our kitchen, general fundraiser. She taught Hawaiian in the first year and was a parent. Jolly Bodine, founding board member and grandparent. Thank you so much. And I left off artist and teacher. I'm so sorry. And then last but not least, Lindsay Camp, founding board member, head of school, board president for 20 years, elementary language arts and high school English teacher, and parent. And unfortunately, the seventh founding mother, Diana Dahl, was not able to be here today unexpectedly, but she was a founding board member, she was president, treasurer, secretary, kindergarten, first grade, and drama and music teacher, and parent. So, can we give a round of applause for these women? It's hard enough for me to have 2 jobs of being a mom and head of school, and I think they each had like about 6 jobs at once, so such deep respect. And I hope you don't mind, I'm going to take just a quick moment because I'm going to take the liberty really quick of, I'm going to embarrass him, but my dad's here, and my dad is here from California, and it's really exciting that he's here and getting to see this special moment for the school. So I know people have been really welcoming to him already, so I thank you so much for that. Okay, are you all ready for the question? Yes. We're going to start with Gemma, and then one.
Zoom out. What?
Aloha, my name is Gemma Kirkcaldy, and I'm in 5th grade. What inspired you, and how did it feel to be a part of creating Island School?
I think that's me, right? Okay.
To the podium.
So, hi, thanks for the
To the
question.
podium.
What inspired me? Okay, so partially this person right here, but I'll back up a little bit. I was in
Zoom out
school
at the
in
podium.
California getting my teacher's credential, and I was learning all about these new kinds of educational ideas, progressive, alternative kinds of things. There were, O'Neill had something called Summerhill. There was Montessori, Maria Montessori. There was, Steiner was doing Waldorf School. We had open classrooms. There were all these different kinds of schools that people were talking about, and I was reading all about them and reading books about them, where you didn't have to sit at desks. You could get in a school bus, and that would be your school, and all these really exciting new ideas. Because I had gone to school in a very traditional classroom where we had to crawl under the desk because we were afraid that there would be a nuclear bomb on us or something. These were tests that we did. Straight desks, teacher in the front. So we were really interested in something new, something different. So while I was going to school, I had a letter from this person right here, Denise, who said, hey, we want to start a school on Kauai, and why don't you come over here? And my mom and dad happened to live here, so I said, okay. And so we started meeting and sharing all these new ideas that we've been learning in college. So does that answer your question? Okay.
Thank you. Aloha, my name is Beckett Braun, and I am in the 2nd grade. How does it feel to be a founding mother?
It feels so great and fantastic to be a founding mother and to have been part of something 47 years ago where we all got together and started dreaming and imagining and working hard to make it happen. And then when we left, it was in the hands of people that you know now that have nurtured the seed that we planted, and then it's grown into this magnificent branches, and it just makes me feel wonderful to be remembered, and I thank you very much for that. And I'm very happy about it.
We see.
Thank you. My name is Jackson, and I'm 5 years old. And I go in preschool. How did they make this school?
Great question. Great question. Thank you. Okay.
Nella. 5. Where did you get all the bricks?
What was that?
Where did you get all the bricks from?
Where did we get all the bricks from? That's a really good question. How did we build it? Thank you. Those are essential questions, right? So, well, first of all, when we started the school, it wasn't in this location. It was just outside Kapa'a town, and it was right across the street from the beach in an area called Kealia. And we'd already been working for about 1.5 years to plan the school, but we got the building in the kind of late fall, and it was an old sugar company store that had been abandoned for a long time. So it was a great big, kind of dark building with not very many windows, and it was sort of, nobody had worked there or, you know, used it for a long time. So when we got the building, we had to make it nice and fun and beautiful, but we hardly had any money. And so we could find things. Maybe somebody was renovating a house and they gave us a door or things like that, you know. And then people started hearing that we were starting a school, and they would just drop by with wood or a window or some paint. So people were giving us often the things that we needed to make the school pretty and light, because there were big dark walls. It was called single wall construction, so if you took a saw, you could make a hole and put a window in it, and then there was more light in the room, which was really nice. And then we got bright colored paint and painted things, and we got shelves and some little chairs. And It was a lot of kokua, generosity from all the people that lived around us in the island that came by and gave us things. So that was where that came from, okay? And then we got to open the school. How fun is that? Thank you.
Hi, my name is Cyan Santos. I'm in 6th grade. And my question for you is, what was your childhood like and how did it impact why you wanted to start Island School?
Thank you for that question. I love it. It made me think about things I've never thought about before. When I was a little kid, my mom, I was like 3, my mom used to have these fairs in her house, and all the kids would come from the neighborhood, and you get a hot dog for a nickel, you throw bean bags, and we made money. And then a few months later at Halloween, all of us dressed up in costumes, and we took a parade with the money. And we went over to the Guide Dogs for the Blind and gave this money to them. And that just started me with a sense of, it's my community, I want to do something, I want to help. And wanted that as part of my children's education, part of all of ours. And I used to go knocking on doors when I was a little kid with my older brother, raising money so that we could put people in political positions where they could save the land. Ultimately, when I grew up in the same area, now there's all these hiking trails and protected places, and the bay is conserved birds. So again, that was kind of an inspiration for me. And then I went off to school, private school, and I was 8 years old, and it was a brand new school, just like we did. And it's become a big, huge school, an important school like this one is. Like one of the best, this is like one of the best in the country, right? That was like, wow, what this? But when we went to classes, we were intense. We went to class every day, we were brand new, we had to rough it. And we'd have our classes outside in nature, and I thought, that's what I want. That's the future I want for my friends and my extended family. So yeah, thank you so much for asking that question. That's great.
Thank you.
Aloha, my name is Caleb Emmanuel Kamari at Parsi Island. I'm in 10th grade, and my question is, did Island School turn out the way that you thought it would?
That's a big question. When Island School started, it was a school just in our minds, and our minds were the minds of musicians and artists and teachers interested in a different kind of teaching and a broader concept of the school. And who would have thought that 7 women in their long hair and long flowing dresses could create something that has become this amazing, wonderful academic institution, but that still retains the freedom to be yourself and encouraging people in the arts and just in other ways of thinking about the world can be. And I think it's amazing, and the success is certainly not just us. The success is everyone in this room, and it's gone beyond. It's beyond anything I could have imagined.
Good morning. My name is Sophia Lewis, and I'm in 7th grade. I was wondering, looking back at the previous years, what would you say is the most influential moment in the growth and development of the school?
Okay, that question, what was the most influential moment in the growth of the school, really got me thinking. Of course, you know the school started in 1977. That's what we're celebrating today. And on that day, our whole school would fit inside this blue square right here. So think about that for a minute. And as Denise said, we were out in Kalia. But before too long, we started thinking that that was maybe not the best location. That if we wanted to grow and serve the whole island, that we needed to be in a more central location. And not everybody agreed with that because some people were on the North Shore and they thought Kalia was just fine. But we started thinking about what were the possibilities of relocating to Lihue, and just like 3 years later, about 1980, I was talking to David Pratt about possibilities and whether Grove Farm might have a home for us, and he said, no, I don't think so. And we looked around at other places, at Kilohana, for example, and they said, no, we think we want to have retail shops and a restaurant and do other things. We don't want to have a school. And I wrote some letters to a company called AmFac, which was one of the largest landowners on the island. They owned Lihue Plantation, and their land was mostly in sugarcane, but they had a lot of land around here. And I got no answer from my letters. And they were nice letters, but no answer. And then we got a new head of school whose name was Leslie Dunbar. And I think she came in 1983. And so we talked about, I told her about that. And she said, I think my dad knows those guys. And her father was vice president at First Hawaiian Bank in Honolulu. And he did, in fact, know the head of that company. And so he talked to him, and they said, oh, yeah, we might have something that we could donate. And so by 1985, and all this is probably still before a lot of your parents were born, but anyway, in 1985, I sat down with those people from AmFac and we signed an agreement. And the agreement was that we could not do anything on that land until after the sugarcane harvest in 1988. So that was actually fine because we didn't have any money to do anything anyway. And we also were not all, lined up and ready and all of that. So that took another couple of years. But I would say that agreement in 1985, even though it didn't happen for a couple of years after, was the main thing that enabled all of you to be sitting here right now and have a school with 500 kids and 30-something acres. So fantastic. Let's see, and I just want to add that the gift of that land, which was 10 acres at the time, that opened the door for a lot of other really important donations, because then other people thought, well, if AmFac gave them this land and it's worth all this, and they seem serious, and they think these people can pull it off, maybe they can pull it off. So they started to make some big donations, including Mr. Ventura, who had a development company and was building the Hyatt at the time, and he decided, his company, Takinaka, the owners of the Hyatt, had this big construction building, 2 buildings actually, and they thought, well, we could donate those. And those buildings are the administration building and the main hall. We are still using them to this day, 35 years later. And then other donations followed. But I think the donation of the land from AmFac was the key to having a big school that could serve the whole entire island.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. So wonderful to hear each of your voices and each of your points of view on those questions. And thank you so much to the students. Can we give a round of applause for the students and their questions? And I'd like to welcome Sue Macklin for the next introduction. Thank you so much.
Okay, I don't need this stool. Give it aside. I am Sue Macklin. I'm the Early Years Division Director. I'm here today because Kumu Saber had to be away to a special invitation to go to Maui for the Honolulu Lahaina. And in her absence, I'd like to welcome and thank the Halau for sharing this with Wamana. Charles Ikua Farden wrote the lyrics and Imagard Ali'i wrote the music. Both were famous in Hawaii composers from Lahaina Maui. The Farden home, full of music and memories, burned in the wildfires last August. And so the Halau dances in honor of the Farden Ohana of Lahaina in dedication to our founders and today's birthday celebration. They will be accompanied by Joyce Sun, Ben Naus, and Kanana Haku Uhalu.
Morning. My name is Ben Austin, director here at the school.
California, where he raised
Me?
his son,
And as we sing our high school alma mater, I'll ask that Christy Hewitt, elementary division director, present the Iowa School special birthday and she holds the longest tenure here at 45 years.
Gotcha.
Good morning, I'm Ethan Down, the senior student body president, and I'd like to invite the seniors up to the stage with our founding mothers as we sing Happy Birthday.
Get all of them. Get the whole stage all the way out too. Oh shit, bro, the DJ said Bodie Jones. Bodie Jones is on the stage. I didn't know he was coming back already. I knew he was coming back, but I didn't know when. That's crazy. I'm good right there, innit? A little bit.
This is completely impromptu. We really wanted to take this moment to thank the founding mothers. I didn't take the moment like I wanted to this morning with my students, but I let them know that they are somebody you should treat. They're standing here because 47 years ago in Oak Street. So I know there are other students that know Oli Mahalo, so can we all just stand and take this moment to just be together before we close out? But thank you so much. Oli Mahalo, Makoko,
Left? Where? On the elementary? Right there? Good? Me? To the high school? What?
I'm Ms. Superior Elementary Division Director. Thank you for joining us and celebrating this wonderful event today. I just want to add a little something too. I wouldn't even be here if these ladies didn't take a chance on me when I was really, really young. So thank you very much. While the seniors board and founding mothers continue the tradition of cutting the cake together out on the lanai, we have cupcakes available for everyone in designated locations. And if you have a gluten allergy, you can pick up your cupcake on the lanai and give it to your worker. So I'd like to dismiss everyone by class. Please do not make any light dismissing. The first is 10th grade. Thank you for doing your part to help their event. Grades 2 and 3 may go out the left door and 9th out the right doors to the lanai. Grades 4 and 5 out the left doors to your classrooms, and grade 11 out the right doors.